So welcome back to the next in our series of Guild Wars 1 missions. We are here with Mission 9 in Prophecies, Divinity Coast. In terms of comp, not much has changed, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it. This one should hopefully be decently quick. Should be 20 to 30 minutes. The first thing is just getting into the town of Shaymore over there. Doesn't matter. This one, fog scales are less likely to aggro on me. Trying to see if I could save time and sneak past. So it's just a bunch of wave breakers, which isn't that big of a problem. Although there is an aloe seed apparently, or a spined aloe. Aloe seeds are free serum. So these dudes, they have heal other, so if you don't take care of them quickly, they can output an absurd amount of healing, and it's actually annoying, as you are kind of seeing right here. Yeah, in terms of the enemies, it's going to mostly be Tengu we have to worry about. There will be some undead at the end. But for the most part, it's nothing too special. Let's get that on us. Alright, into Shaymore we go. For the most part, the mobs you're going to fight, especially early on, as long as you've got a solid hero comp, it shouldn't be much of a problem. There isn't really anything special tactically to talk about yet. That'll come once we're really doing the bonus. For now, I would note we're getting villager allies in our party menu here. That'll be important later for the bonus. So we head up here, talk to our friend and all-around stand-up guy, Just Assure Havlion, who tells us we must cleanse ourselves in the Fountain of Truth in order to escort the Eye of Janthier. Why they're having us do it, who knows? I mean, we've only just been inducted into the White Mantle, for those of you who have actually been watching the cutscenes as you are doing these missions and keeping up with what's actually going on in the story. Hopefully you have been. That's the whole reason why I've been skipping the cutscenes, is so you can experience it for yourself. Ugh. It's annoying. Normally you can just go right up the stairs and these dudes ignore you, but this one just had to step his toe out of line. Alright, you guys go up the stairs, please. You'll be faster than me. Position myself back here, let them finish the job. And assist them a little bit with my bow here. There we go. So yeah, you have to kill that group of mobs first, and then you can continue on your way. And we go talk to Havlion again. Make sure the spirit doesn't body block me for some reason. Once we talk to him, the Eye of Janthier here is going to start to follow us. And specifically what we need to use it to do, besides just taking it out to Loamhurst, is using it to escort the villagers. The bonus will specifically be recruiting 5 of them. More aloes. Oh god, there's 4 of them. There we go. So it's slightly faster if you go to the left around this bend. Technically, it doesn't matter which one you pick as long as there isn't a mob awaiting you there. Then you just kind of continue on your way. The important thing is what to do once we reach this bridge down here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my mission map to flag my heroes across the bridge and send them on their way. Let's see if I can stop them a little bit sooner. And the reason for that is to help out with the bonus. Once I see them start taking hits, or have evidence that they've stopped moving. Alright. Yeah, Zei Ri can summon his spirits. There we go. So I put them down there because we have a new ally here in this villager. And priority number 1 is making sure he stays alive. So if you flag your heroes ahead of time, you can avoid them dying. And that's because of where the bonus here comes in, which is saving everyone being attacked by the, or saving all of the chosen. So the next one is going to be down this way. So down this road here. So I'm going to again flag the heroes down and send them ahead of time. If you're player only, you're going to need to sprint. Have fun. So again, once they get into position, I'll summon some spirits and then let them do their thing. So once I see that, there we go. So the reason this is important to do is I've had an instance where 9 Tengu all spawned over here and just instant killed this villager. It was infuriating. There was really not much I could do at that point. But with this will save our 3rd of 5. And we may continue on our way. But yeah, rescuing the 4 chosen in this section is going to be the hardest part. So the next 2, there's going to be 1 over here, and then there's 1 down here. These ones I think are less at risk of getting quick nuked. But you still need to be smart. There we go. Alright. As long as that didn't immediately spawn a villager, we are actually going to head down this way. So this time I'm going to use the map to flag my heroes ahead of me. So there we go. There's the villager that we need to save. Just send them on up. Make sure it's secured. Looks like we'll be okay. I'll bring them back to me now, just in case. Yep. I suspected these ones would crawl in. The important thing is all 4 of our current villagers will be safe. Here we go. That makes 4. I'm sure studying with the Grandmasters is going to be great. Okay, Xandra and Gwen, you... Okay, you are all idiots. Xandra and Gwen got trapped on a wall, and somehow they were the smart ones. Oh my god! Ugh. Always gotta keep a close eye on them. Give them an inch and they fail to take a mile. What in the heck are you all doing? So that's our villager there, so we're gonna go ahead and flag him ahead. Oh my goodness, you are all failing at this assignment. There we go. We have now successfully rescued all 5 of the Chosen. Now we need to bring them all to Loamhurst alive. Let's see if we got anything. I don't think Major has a badge to identify. I don't think Major Inspiration is worth anything. Yeah, once we get past here, it's going to be pretty much all undead. Just for this little section. Up through the path, around, out to there. There we go. I guess as I'm running through Divinity's Coast, another thing I have to think about is if I want to do videos on the war in Kryta. Which, I love war in Kryta, so I kind of want to, but at the same time, that then creates the expectation of I'm creating videos on Winds of Change, and that I'm less willing to do. I already got my Zei Ri. I don't know if I want to do it again. We'll see how I feel. once I get through all of these missions. Monks and Rangers, a couple sorcerers down the line. Nothing too special here that we'll be dealing with. Let's continue on our way. Those yellow pings are not going to end until you finish this mission. So if you need another reason why it's good to try to optimize for speed a little bit, this is why. Because, oh my god, knock it off. I've already recruited you. Who knows, maybe that'll get patched by 2 weeks by the time this comes out. So I have quite a few missions to run before I'm ready to go through all of them. Alright, I'm pretty sure we are almost there. Yep, there's some villagers, which means once we're through here, mission is complete. Which means this sorcerer is the only thing really stopping me. Yeah, that definitely had to have been a Mesmer boss that nuked me in Delesio Seaboard. Because that ineptitude was only for 41. There we go. So once we get here, make sure you talk to Lion Guard Mina first. So that way you get credit for the bonus. Because if you run ahead up to here and turn in the eye, it's going to end the mission before you did the bonus. But once you're here, mission's done, and we are out to Druid's Overlook, which means we are now officially in the Maguma Jungle. Have I actually never done the primary quest here? Okay, now it's something different. So here we go. That might be a post-game deal. Whatever. So anyways, next up is getting out to the wilds. So we'll go ahead and... Wait, why am I in hard mode for this? You don't need hard mode for running between an area. This isn't a vanquishing guide. And no, vanquishing guides are not happening. I will put my foot down on that one. So the wilds, to get there, you first run directly north. A lot of enemies we're going to be dealing with. I wonder if I should have just used my running build and just run. We're slowly getting to the point where I will not be able to run as easily. I forget, does Bloodstone Fen send you to Silverwood? In which case the run to Aurora Glades can be pretty long. And actually, so I had to figure out how I'm going to deal with Crystal Desert. I'll probably show the run from Augury Rock to each location. After Sanctum K, I just run to Augury Rock. We're just going to ignore that. I'll ignore that. Again, don't really have a reason to fight you. Until all of a sudden it drops an FDS, which isn't happening. At least not in normal mode. Speaking of, didn't I pull a... No, I didn't. That must have been a different run. I think that was when I was doing my dailies earlier that I was confusing it with. But yeah, just run down this way, make a left, and then here we are where the wilds are. There's a quest you can take inside of Druid's Overlook that will direct you here. Basically, whenever you get to any zone that's just an outpost and not the immediate next mission, there should be some NPC in that outpost that gives you the primary quest that you can follow to get to the next major mission. But here we are, the wilds. And with that, we are officially in the Maguma jungle. And we will continue with that next time. So thank you very much for watching. Hope these are helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.